have a first page. There's 15 different chart types I can use to display this data and start analyzing and working with it. I'm going to start with what's called a summary sheet, which is a row and column view of the data. There's one table I put on the customer table. I want to see customer ID. Let's look at customer segment, maybe industry. What else? Margin would be good to look at, region, and revenue. This will give me a feel for what this data looks like. I want to label this. It brings up a default title. Let's change that to customer list. And as I go through my analysis, this list is going to reduce from the roughly 10,000 customers to a smaller subset that I can export and then take action on. So let's bring the customer ID to the left, follow that by maybe industry, then region, then maybe revenue, and then margin. And let's sort by revenue. I click on the column. I can do secondary and tertiary sorts as well. My biggest customer is $340,000 roughly. It's in transportation industry, West region. I see I have, about a half a dozen customers. Scroll down the list. Looks like I've got a half a dozen regions as well. Okay, gives me a feel. I've been told we should look at this data by revenue and profit margin, so a scatter plot does that very well. It'll spread the customers out on the x-axis by revenue. So I click Get the Chart. It's got a property sheet. I set the x-axis to display the customers from low to high revenue, the y-axis from low to high margin. I can make it a bubble chart, but with 10,000 customers, that's probably a little much. I can shape the circles by squares and rectangles, other measures, so leave it alone. Have my customers now laid out from low to high revenue and low to high margin. We also want to get a handle on the customers by industry and by region. So a bar chart will aggregate first by region. I put the chart on region. I can set the measure to be the sum, average, or ratio of any of the measures. We want to here look at revenue. So this will sum the revenue of the customers in each region. And I see the West region totals $203 million of revenue. It's the biggest. The East, $73 million. It's the smallest. One more chart. Let's do the same thing by industry. And put this on industry. Sum the revenue of the customers in each industry. And I see my biggest industry is finance and insurance with $77 million. My smallest is construction with $12 million.